Hello YouTubers, Be Nice 78 here again. Have a video for you here, a limited edition video you might call it, for a limited edition firearm pistol. So thought I would show you a limited edition Ruger LC9. Very nice carry weapon for concealed carriers with illegal carry cards, you know, that are carrying legally. Great gun. They're great to shoot, and they're very accurate. The price is right on them, you know. So anyway, I don't have a cameraman this evening, so I'll have to get it set up down here on the gun. So give me just a second and I'll set that up so we can do this. All right. Alrighty. There we go. There you have the Ruger LC9. Sweet gun. Very useful gun. They are mainly used for concealed carry, like I said. Let me get this set up just a tip more here. Here we go. Mainly used for concealed carry. And they're just really good guns. They, as you can see here, this is the, as I said, the limited edition model, and they usually come blued. Okay, they're usually blued, which, you know, is what it is. But this is the gold, limited gold edition, and as you can see here, it has the gold Ruger logo on it. There, it's got etching in the slide there, as well as the other side. It just has the emblem on the one side, but has the etching. Alright. So anyway, the gun has been checked, but we all know somebody will have to say something about it. So there you go. No brass, no ammo. Weapon on safe, drill sergeant. Okay. So as I said before, this is a 9mm. Does fire the 9mm. I think they do make the well, yes, they do make the 380. Make this in a 380, and I think it's called the LCP, or I'm not sure what it's called, but I know it's a 380 anyway. But we're talking about the LC9. This, as some of you probably know, it does have, it's a 7+1 configuration. It's a single stack, of course. It holds 7 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, and obviously this is not loaded. No rounds. So I'm gonna slide that in here. Okay. As I say, it is a 9mm, and just for those of you who aren't sure, I want to show you a little bit of the difference here. Okay. So you can see the actual size comparison there. Of course, it's going to be hard for me to do this because I don't have a cameraman. So let me get in here closer where you can see it. Okay, there we go. Now these are, you've got over here, we've got the this is the 45, okay, and we've got the 40 caliber, and we've got the 9mm. Kind of a little comparison there. So obviously, you know, the 9mm was the smaller of the three. So, but, and a lot of people say, oh, 9mm, oh, 9mm. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what other people say. As long as you don't go below a 380, you're good. I would definitely stay with the from a 380 up, for sure. Most definitely stay up with 380. So anyway, they these LC9s are you know, used for, you know, some people use them for ankle carry. They'll put them on a in an ankle holster and use them for a backup, or they'll use them for or a regular carry. They'll carry them just for, you know, their regular carry gun, and there is definitely nothing wrong with that. You know, it's a really kind of a versatile gun. Of course, you know, you've got your Glocks and all of that, but, you know, for the price, you know, you got to kind of look at the price comparison on these between these and the Glocks, you know, and the SIG, and, you know, your Springfields and all that, you know, like your Springfield Micros and your Glock 27s or whatever. But, you know, in a 9mm, a 9mm is a very effective round. 9mm, the military has used 9mm for many years in combat, for military police, law enforcement have carried 9 for years. You know, as far as, you know, I've carried them for self-defense purposes. Self-defense wise, let me tell you, the 9mm has made a lot of people dead. So, you know, it's a very effective round. There's nothing wrong with the 9mm. People say they're weak. Well, you know, I promise you, I would not want to stand in front of somebody and say, shoot me, it won't do anything. I promise you it will, which I'm not saying to try that, because it will kill you. They're a very effective round, especially nowadays with the, you know, with the rounds they've got for them, the hollow point, the self-defense, the PDX, Winchester PDX and stuff. This is a Fiocchi 9mm round, the Fiocchi hollow point. You know, so we're not talking just regular ball ammunition, full metal jacketed, okay? And they're really good guns. The gun itself is a really good gun. They're the barrel length itself is 3 inches. Of course, the barrel's alloy steel. It's got a polymer lower. This is all polymer. And the sights are the 3-dot. as you can see that. They are the 3-dot sights. They're not night sights, but they're just the regular steel sights, 3-dot. So you can see that. 6 inches long. The gun itself is 6 inches long, and 0.90 of an inch wide. Not very wide. Not very wide. It's not, you know, it's not like your Glocks. Your Glocks are like an inch, maybe a little over an inch. This is a real nice, thin, really comfortable to carry. Very, very comfortable to carry for your concealed weapon or your concealed carry. It is 4.5 inches tall, so you know, tall wise it is 4.5 inches. It weighs 17.10 ounces, so you know, it's not very heavy. And of course that's emptied, but you know, 8 rounds of 9mm is not going to make that much of a difference. It's really not. You know, that's really not that much to carry compared to, you know, like you know, anything else. Say like, for example, a Glock 27 or Glock, what is it, 26, Glock 19, Glock 17. Anyway, the 9mm Glock compact, you know, it holds, you know, we're talking, you know, 10 rounds or whatever. So it weighs it down a little more. Plus they're heavy anyway. You know, they're very thick, you know, and they're not real, you know, if you're looking for a smaller, you know, something that's not gonna really print or anything like that, you know, it's gonna be, you know, and if you're looking to save, you know, a couple $100, if you're buying new and you're looking to save yourself a couple $100, this is a really, really good firearm to get. There's nothing wrong with Ruger. Ruger has been making firearms for a long time, and they're great guns. They're great guns. I have seen the insides of the Ruger LC9. I've seen the insides of the Glocks. I've seen the insides of the Springfields, and you know what? Honestly, they're not that different. So it's kind of like what works for you, as you know, like the other video I made. It works for you, and if the gun works for you, that's all that matters. You know, you can get the grips for it. You can get the these are Talon grips on here. They're actually made for the gun. It's just like a sticker, basically. You just put it on there, and it's got the cutouts for everything. You just go on their website, talongrips.com, and you can put in the gun, whatever gun you've got. They don't have them for all guns, but you know, like your Glocks and things like that, you know, they do have Glocks, and I think they have some for the they have some for Springfield XDs, XDMs, things like that. So anyway, the LC9 also, just for your information, they do have, I don't know if you guys have heard, I've put it out on a couple of my videos, I believe, but there are a couple of guys on YouTube here that have had a couple of videos with the Ruger LC9 in it. If you look up Hickok 45, look through his videos. He has a video on this firearm with he's comparing it with, I believe he was comparing it with another Glock, with one of the Glocks or something. He shoots it. You can actually watch him shoot it and see just how accurate it is. And then Moss Pawn, Eric and Barry over there at Moss Pawn, and it's Iraq Veteran 8888 is his name, is what he's under. So he has a lot of, or he has a couple of videos, different videos with this in it. So you know, you might want to check them out. Plus they're, you know, they've got a lot of good videos over there too. So I'm not just going to promote my site. So anyway, as far as parts go for it, if you want, you know, if you want to upgrade, you know, parts, honestly, I haven't seen very many for it. As far as like sights, like night sights and things, I have not seen but maybe like one set, to be honest with you, and they were the fiber optic sights. So, you know, I don't know, you would just kind of have to look and see. You can look it up, you can Google it or whatever, Bing it. They, you know, I don't have a box with it. I'd actually got this for my mother quite a while back, and then we switched her to a double stack magazine, or a Glock 27. So she'd have, you know, more rounds, because as I said, with this gun, it's 7+1 in the chamber. So, you know, which I have no problem carrying the you know, a gun that had, you know, 7 rounds, no problem whatsoever. You know, I like to carry the 1911 myself. I think the 1911 is great. Not, you know, not to name names or anything, Taurus 1911. Anyway, so this gun, you can actually buy this gun brand new. You can actually get it from Ruger brand new for $450, brand new. Okay, and that's not in this finish, of course. This is the limited edition, but with the blued slide, you can get it in the blued slide for $450. And you know what? It's a great gun. Really is. It's very dependable. I have shot it several times, and let me tell you, it's very very dependable. Very dependable. I have yet to have any issues shooting with this gun. And as far as, you know, the recoil isn't too bad. You know, of course it's a little snappy, but still, I mean, you have to kind of expect it to be. But you've got your this is your safety here, of course. White is safe. Okay. Red is dead. Okay. So there you go. Then you've got your slide release here. Of course, you know that'll let your slide down, and then you've got your breakdown switch right here, breakdown lever here, and I'm going to show you actually just how to break this down. We're going to break it down here and kind of show you, give you an idea of how it, you know, just so you can see, you know, if you're thinking about purchasing one like this, this way you can see kind of just how it breaks down, so you can to clean it or whatever. So let's do that here. So what you'll do first, of course, always, you always want to clear the weapon and make sure that there's nothing in it. And to lock that slide back, all you have to do is you pull it back all the way and just hold up on that lever, the slide release lever, and it will it'll lock it in place. Keep your finger out of here, of course, because it will snap you. But just pull it back, and when you get it pulled back, just kind of push up on that lever. That lever will lock the slide in place for you. Okay. Just so you know. All right. Now, as far as taking it down, pretty easy. Actually, not too bad. Not very hard to do. So what you do, you get you a screwdriver, or whatever you've got. Basically, I personally use my multi-tool, and all you do is you take it, and you can see this little deal here, this little lever. It has to slide down. Okay, it has to be pushed down. So we push it down. You gotta, of course, you want to be careful, because you don't want to scratch it or anything. So just kind of push that down. Okay. And then you've got a little rod in there, or a little a pin. Okay. And you can see it in there, I think. If it'll focus. You see that in there? That little round circle in there. That's the rod. That's the pin that you remove to get that out. All you have to do is you take like a little screwdriver or a pin, which I'm looking for here. Find it. There it is. All right. Okay. And you go from the other side. I can actually get this out without it, but you can see the pin in there, right there. So just for, so you can actually see me do this. You just kind of pull the slide back a little, and then reach in there, and okay, I guess that screwdriver is a little too thick, so I'll use this pin. So you just pull it back, pull the slide back just a little bit, and okay, comes out the other side there. Okay, as you can see it right there. And then just reach up there and pull it out. Okay, and then there you've got it. Okay, little pin. That's all it is. Little pin. Okay, put that down. Okay, then you've got nothing else. All you do now is you take the slide and you pull it off. Okay, and then I have to adjust the camera angle there. Okay, now you've got your lower here and you've got your slide. Alright, so now all you do, you take this right here. This is your recoil spring and guide rod set up here. Okay, you can see that. I'm trying to make sure you get to see it, and you just take and just pull that out just like that. Okay, and then you've got your guide rod and recoil spring. Now, guide rod just comes out like that. Pull the guide rod out, and this is a double spring setup. It does have 2 springs in it, so you just pull that spring out of that spring. We're gonna put that back in there just for, no we're not. Okay, and then back to the slide. If you just kind of push down here on the barrel, it'll just push it right up, and you just slide it right out. Then you've got your barrel. Okay, got your barrel. Alright, and your slide. There you go. Okay, and that's all you have to do to break it down to clean. No problem. And your lower, you got your lower here. Really not any different from any of the other lowers. You know, there's really not a whole lot to it. Does have your internal hammer. The hammer is internal. Doesn't have it's not outside the gun. So that's your hammer right there. Okay. All right. And now to put it back together, same scenario. You just take it, go reverse with it. Take your barrel. Okay. Slide your barrel in. You want it to lock in place, so you slide it back toward the firing pin, and it'll lock in place. Okay. And so we set that down. Then you take your springs. You put your springs back together. Oops, shit. Okay. Slide your springs into each other. And your guide rod. Okay. Then take the open spring end, not the solid flat black end. Solid flat black end goes toward the front of the barrel. Okay. The opened end of the spring goes at the end of the barrel. Okay. So then you just kind of push that in, and it's got the grooves, and it goes right into it. And there you go. Then you take your slide, your lower, put it on the in the grooves here. Okay. Slide it on. Okay. Then you take the pin that you had removed earlier. Okay, and kind of pull it back just a little bit. Put your pin in. Drops right in. Release your slide back. Okay. And then push your little takedown lever back up. Like that. And there you go. You're back together. Rack it a couple times. Do a function check. Good to go. All right. It is as far as the as I spoke to you about it earlier, the price of these, for $450, that's a really good price. I know some places, of course, right now will gouge you. This gun is in very high demand. very high demand right now. Everybody, for some reason, and I don't know why, I mean, yeah, they're a great gun, but for some reason there was a kind of a big rush on them. And I would have thought, you know, that it would have been a rush on, you know, high capacity mags and stuff, and it was, but now I think you can actually find them a little easier for a little bit cheaper. They're not as bad right now as they were. You can get them for a little bit cheaper now, but they were selling them for, you know, right around $700, about $650, $700 in some places. Now, that being said, as far as accuracy goes, the guns are very accurate. They're very accurate. Of course, you know, you're not going to be going to the range and shooting, you know, the center out of targets at, you know, 50 yards and this and that, but, you know, for a realistic range, you know, 15, 20 yards, or 15, 20 feet, whatever, it's very accurate, which is what they're meant for. They're not meant to be like a sniper pistol, you know what I'm saying? So, really good guns. Really good guns. As far as, you know, carrying them, you can, like I said before, you can carry them in an ankle holster. It's not too heavy. It feels really good. I've actually carried this a little bit in an ankle holster just to see how it would carry, and I'll tell you what, it carried really comfortable. It was very comfortable to carry. It didn't put a bunch of unneeded weight on my ankle, and it just felt good. It felt nice to carry. My mother, she had carried it as, you know, obviously as her primary on her hip, and sometimes forgot it was even there. So, you know, good gun. Of course, with a small convenient size, of course, comes with, you know, an issue or two. You know, your round count. You know, you can't carry as many rounds as you can with, say, you know, a Glock 9mm subcompact, because those are double stacked. You know, those are double stacked mags, so they're thicker mags and they'll hold twice the ammo. So, you know, but as far as you know, most gunfights are over within the first 1 or 2 shots. Okay, it's over. So, or you hope it is, if that's the case. Hopefully, you never have to get into that situation. That would really suck, but you know, if you do, at least you've got something. And it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, believe me. So, you know, 7 rounds plus 1 in the pipe, you know, 8 all together, not bad at all. Not bad in my opinion. Of course, you can get another magazine for it, and carry a spare mag with you. You can always do that. You can get mags for pretty decent price. I bought one and I think I gave $24 for it. Not too bad. Not real bad of a price compared to, you know, what some of the other ones are for, say, the Glocks and, you know, the Springfield and things like that. You know, you can get up to 40 plus, you know, in those. But you know, you kind of get what you pay for. You know, to me, $450 for this gun is actually a really good price, given what this gun is capable of, you know, doing, and its accuracy for what it is. You know, it's really accurate, and I'm just very slippery. It's not, you know, it's not a what do you say? Obviously, it's not, like I said, a sniper pistol. It's not made for the long range shots. It's just not. You know, if you're going to shoot long range with it, then, you know, you better be a really good shot. That's all I can say. But your gunfights, most gunfights happen within right around 20 feet, 8 to 20 feet, right in there, you know. So you kind of give you something to think about. But as I said, hopefully you never have to worry about that. You're never in that situation. The mags, the magazines. This one here, actually, I took the regular bottom cap off, and I put on an extended cap, okay, so that you can, you know, you got a place for your pinky or whatever. And so as you see that, I'll put that in so you can see it. Okay, like that. Okay, so you can get a better grip. So you got a good grip on the gun. I've got huge hands, and I can still grip it really well. You know, so just so you can kind of see it. It's got a really nice. I like the way the trigger guard. I like how the trigger guard is so much. You know, it's really good size. Okay. The other thing now, it does have a long trigger pull, and which is really good in my opinion. And it's pretty hard trigger. But you don't have to carry it on safety or on safe. I have actually, you know, I taught my mother not to carry it with safety on, because, you know, you want to get used to, like, the Glocks, because a lot of people, you know, some people will go up, move to a Glock or whatever later on down the road, and some people won't. But, you know, you don't want to have to worry about extra steps if you ever have to carry, or if you ever have to pull your weapon in self-defense. You don't want to have to worry about another step. You want to have the most minimal movement as possible, to take up as little amount of time as possible. Okay, you want to be very quick on the draw and not have to worry about flipping off to safety. Okay, that's the good thing about your trigger pull on this gun. It's got a lot harder trigger pull and a lot longer trigger pull, so, you know, you're not gonna accidentally set it off or fire it or whatever. You know, if you just pay attention, you know, use some common sense, pay attention, then you won't have to carry it with your safety on. Especially if you carry it in a holster, you know, for like, if you carry it in a holster, say like a Phobos holster, which are great holsters, I might say. Phobos makes really good holsters for these guns, and I'm going to show you one here if I can find it. There we go. Okay, this is a Phobos holster here. Okay, you can see that. It's just a molded holster. It's kind of, This is specifically for the LC9, the Ruger LC9, and this is the paddle holster. So you just kind of, it goes in between your, like this the paddle, here goes inside your waistband, and then this hangs out of the side. This is an OW, what is it? OWB. Outside the waistband. Yeah, outside the waistband holster. OWB. And then you have, they call them IWB, which is an inside the waistband holster. Okay. That's your like king tucks and things like that. I haven't tried those yet. Probably not going to. I like the OWBs. These are great holsters. The gun slides right in, okay, and it just clicks right into place. And it's just, they're great holsters. There's no extra steps to the holster. They've got those Serpa holsters where you have to draw it like this with your trigger finger down. You have to push the button in to release the gun, or else it won't come out. Okay, no. I'm totally against those, because if you're in a situation where your life is in danger, or someone else's life is in danger, and you're having to pull your weapon, your adrenaline is pumped, your heart is racing, your mind is not thinking about, better push that button in, you would just want to reach down and grab your gun. That's what you want to do. So the Phobos holsters are great for that, because their retention, when you put that gun in there, you can actually hear it. It locks in place. It's not coming out. Okay, not coming out. It's solid. So, and now some of these Phobos like this, they actually come in a roto paddle holster, so that you can adjust the angle that it sits. So like if you want to set it to where it's like this, and so you can draw more toward the front of your chest or whatever, or like instead of drawing straight up and out, you can actually draw at an angle, which is kind of nice if you'd like that, if it's easier for you. But you have to train. You have to train with it. You can train at home. It's pretty simple. Just drop your mag. Put your mag in the kitchen in a drawer or something. Make sure your gun is empty, of course. And practice drawing. Practice your drawing. Practice pulling the weapon out